Hi, I'm Jenny Cureton with Compass Real Estate, and I've been a full-time realtor for 18 years, and I specialize in Hays County.
Hello, I'm Mary Blancke with Patten Title Company, VP of the Hays County Central Texas, and escrow officer here at the Dripping Springs branch. I selected Jenny because, well, I think we've been doing business since she started.
Yeah.
And she's a well-rounded agent, investor, fixer-upper, everything. She does everything, and she's amazing. Jenny, how did you get in the field of real estate?
I decided to become a realtor after I had a full-time job with a real estate developer in Dallas. I worked there for 10 years as their marketing director, and then I went to the Dallas Symphony, then Lake Austin Spa Resort, and that was probably the most boring job I've ever had. Like, really, it was awful. And I was like, I think I'm just gonna get my real estate license and try this, and I did, and here we are.
That's great. Yeah. That is really great. I did not know that about you.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Like a normal person
that's
job.
Like a normal person job.
I always say
I don't call those normal person jobs.
Well, it was kind of, it makes me not want to go back to an 8 to 5 after doing this. And, but it was interesting to be part of like the development world and see that. And we worked on a special project in Dallas called Victory Park by the American Airlines Center. And then my husband got transferred, and that's how we ended up kind of in Dripping Springs, and I decided to do real estate.
Yeah, well, it was a good choice for you. It was really a good choice for you.
Yeah, I think so. It worked out really well. I think just meeting the right people, and I ended up getting Howard Ranch.
Yes.
And because we lived there, and I ended up getting that development deal, and that kind of helped launch my career, because I had a bunch of repeat business, landowners, builders.
Right.
And then from there, it just grew.
Just grew. Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah. So, Jenny, what inspired you to get into do real estate?
One of the reasons I got into real estate or was interested in it is because my husband and I were on House Hunters, and we ended up, when we moved to Dripping Springs from Dallas, House Hunters picked us up, and we had our whole House Hunter journey here. So we bought a house in Howard Ranch. And so our realtor at the time he was okay. And I was like, well, if he can do it, I'm sure I can do it. So I worked at the Lake Austin Spa Resort for, once we moved here, I worked there for like a year. And then that's when I got my real estate license and decided to just pursue it full time, because we were in a position to I could take the risk and be able to do it. So my first year I was okay. And then it's grown a ton from there. But that's kind of what prompted me to get into it, is because he was doing really well and the process looked fun, and to see houses, and so that's how I ended up getting into it.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. That's cool. I didn't know you were on House Hunters. Mm-hmm. That's cool too.
Yeah, we were. We could watch it back, and the kids were really young, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh,
it was cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, we looked at it was a fun process. It was like a 3-day shoot, and very fake. Like, you already had your house bought. You already how it works. So,
what's been your best professional milestone?
My best professional milestone is probably, I've been ranked in the top 25 for ABJ multiple times, and they're top 25 agents, which I think is a huge accomplishment for an individual agent. I also just this past year got Compass's top 10 individual agents for production, which was really great because there's a lot of Compass agents. So to be able to come in top 10 for individual volume was huge. I didn't expect it, so that was super neat.
Yeah, because it's always been just you, not a team.
Not a team, yeah, exactly. So I didn't realize it because I feel like it's been a hard year. Last year's, it's been a hard year for 3 or 4 years. I feel like for a lot of us, to be able to get that was super cool because I didn't expect it.
But you stay after things. You are on top of things. You are moving and going. And
I try to be, yeah.
You are.
I just feel like every year at the beginning of the year, and I'm sure a lot of agents feel this way, is that you're like, well, where's my business gonna come from? In 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, it gets stressful.
Yes.
And so then when it starts happening, people are calling you, you're like, oh, okay, well, that's great.
Yeah.
That was lucky, or maybe I worked really hard to get that. Sometimes you don't know. Or was it my marketing? I mean, who knows? So at any rate, this year's starting to pick up more, which is great now. But last year, yeah, that was a great accomplishment, I thought.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah.
Exciting.
So what's something you wish you'd known before you got into real estate?
Probably wish I would have known that, well, it's expensive to be a realtor. We have a lot of fees, and that does add up, that people don't like realtors. You tell someone you're a realtor, they're like, change the topic. But I think what I really wish I would have known is probably just like, it does take a lot of work, and it's constant commitment. It's 24 hours always. And if you're not on your computer, you're not generating, you're not making money. So I think that's just, and I like being busy. So I'm like, I like the drive and the challenge of it. And I like to constantly be working, which is probably terrible, but I do love it. But I know that people that don't have the same drive aren't going to be as good at it, because how could you be?
Right. No, you have to be driven.
Yeah.
Definitely. In this industry, you got to be motivated and driven, or you won't make it.
No,
definitely
you won't. And I'm glad I started when I did, because I feel like now it's more competitive than it is, and to be able to get your foot in the door, be able to start getting the acknowledgement or any of that, especially since the town's grown so much. I feel like I got in right at the right time, because then after 2014, 15, dripping started to explode.
Right.
And I feel like the people that were there during this time are the agents that have the names. I mean, there's some really great agents that are newer too, but that everybody kind of knows and respects. And I think that's really great. But outside of that, I just think I'm glad I probably didn't know like the costs and the up and down feeling of like ebbing and flowing of what you feel constantly as an agent. But otherwise, I mean, I think it's great. I love my job, so.
Yeah. And you're in control.
Yeah, I'm in control. I think that's like a control freak. But yes, I think that's nice too, is you're somewhat in control.
Right.
If you can get the leads and, also like the rejection thing. I wish I knew about that. That does suck.
It does.
Or someone else, you lose a listing or don't get a listing and someone else got it. You're like,
Right.
Why?
Yep.
What did I do? I suck at my listing appointments. I'm terrible. Like constant, like, validating yourself.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I mean, everything else is great.
So we started working together when Howard Ranch started getting developed. Did the lot takedowns, the custom homes, and
that's right. That's how we ended up working together.
That's right. Yeah.
It's been so long. Howard Ranch is so unique and different, and I loved his vision, and I think more people love it than dislike it, but some people just don't like the architecture. But I love historic homes. Like, that's like my jam.
I do too.
So, I love it. So his vision was great, but I enjoyed working with you during that time, and I value you a ton as like an escrow agent. Like, I think you're great. I hate, like, if I have to use someone different, I hate it. Because I'm like, I want to use Mary's communication. You're always on top of it. You work constantly too. You're always on your computer or
I'm a
emails.
workaholic just like you.
Yeah, when you email back at like 11 p.m. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect an email back. And like, you're always on top of it, where I've noticed like other, escrow officers at other companies, like, they don't respond. They don't know like who you are, anything about the transaction. You're having to do their job for them sometimes, like asking, and like, I feel like you are always on top of it. Or if there's even like an issue with another file that may not even be yours, you like jump on it and help. And I think I really just appreciate that. Like, I would use you always.
Oh, you're so
I think
sweet.
you and your team are just amazing.
Well, thank you. Well, my team and I have been together a long time, so I'm very fortunate there. Very fortunate.
Yeah, they're great. They answer their cell phones. Like, they're always on. I think they're great. I mean, just like the communication's amazing. I think once people start using you, they see that. The difference between you and like other people is like huge.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I feel like I've seen Jenny grow from a baby agent to like an investor. She just is. She's grown so much, and I mean, really, and I know your parents are proud of you. I know that.
Thank you. They are.
I mean,
they say that.
She has bought, sold, moved, done all the things, and she continues to do it. So that's why you're good. That's why you have made a name for yourself.
I'm like addicted to real estate so bad. Like, looking for stuff. I'm like, oh, that looks fun. Like fun. There's just like fun, like something you can like touch and feel, and it's different than like, I know, like stock market or whatever. But I think real estate's such a fun deal. And you feel like you have some control over it, but I mean, obviously based on market dynamics. But so I always think my standout moment Well, you're amazing
Go ahead.
always. But the standout moment is like that deal that we were doing for that Bunker Ranch property on Stockman, and it had the power pole behind it. And there was a whole easement issue potentially.
Yes.
And you had to go through all like the PEC like records from back when like the wheel was just invented. It was like these like, old papers. It was crazy.
So, yes, it was crazy. That was
and it ended up being not in the easement. Like they thought the house might be in the easement for that big huge power line.
What's the guy's name? I can't remember.
Lowell.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that was one tough one. That was a tough one.
That was a tough transaction altogether, like because it was that, and then the pool, they got it tested for ASRS, whatever, the concrete cancer, and it came back positive, although it really didn't have it. It was this whole process, and that was a tough transaction. But the power pole thing, I never even thought about the building setback into the power line. Like is a thing.
Well, it's just, I mean, you wouldn't even, you wouldn't think that.
No.
You just wouldn't think that because the building setback line's here, so what difference is,
But I feel like you saved like that transaction, like you helped save that transaction because that was a huge option period issue, like what we were dealing with is something they brought up. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know. And good thing there was no issue, but there was a lot of research involved in it to prove otherwise.
So what's your next project?
My next project is actually one I'm working out in Fredericksburg. It's like a 3,500 square foot, sleeps 14 people, short-term rental that had been on the market a really long time, and it just needs a cosmetic renovation. So I love to do stuff out in the Fredericksburg short-term rental market because you can design it like high design, real kitschy, real fun, and then refurnish it, and then I'll resell it to an investor. That's always my goal.
Right.
And it's also a good market because if it didn't sell, I can always keep it and short-term rent it to offset any kind of debt holdings on it.
Right.
So I think to me, it's like a safer real estate short-term rental market because I know what to expect, and there's limited amount of short-term rentals because they don't allow permitting for new ones right now, or they probably won't. So when you get one that has a permit, it's like gold. So if you can fix it up and see the upside in it, then it has worked really well for me, like knock on wood.
Well, you have a good eye for fixing up things.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Your taste is just great, and I love watching it and love seeing what you do. And
thank you.
Yeah,
I like the creativity aspect of it. Like I love selling real estate and all the interactions, but I also think it's fun to be able to feel like you have some control over the money you're going to make in the future, or that you're like, well, I have this project that I'm going to sell, and hopefully I'll make some money doing it, but also have the creative design outlet as well is really fun, because otherwise I feel like just like selling is fun, but not, it gets to be like mundane, where you can like add in some fun elements and do that. And I love Fredericksburg, so any excuse to go there is nice.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Jenny, thank you so much for joining us and doing this video as our spotlight this month.
Well, thank you. I'm excited to be the spotlight, and I appreciate you including me in it.
Well, we appreciate you and your business, and we'll always be here for you.
Well, thank you. I love Patten Title. So
thank you, honey.
I think y'all are great. Yeah.